What's up guys, P-Monty89 here. Doing a video today showing you my carry guns and the loads I use in these guns. Each is a different caliber, it has a different purpose, and each one I use different loading for from a different company actually. So I'm going to go from the weakest round to the strongest round or caliber, and that's how I'm going to go through them. The first one here I have is a 380 caliber. It's the Burst of Thunder 380 concealed carry model. It's an 8+1 capacity, so it's 9 rounds. Single stack. Okay, single stack. Nice and thin profile of the gun. And this is my strictly concealed carry gun. Okay. I used to actually conceal carry my Kel-Tec P32 the most, but the thing is, 32 ammo has gotten kind of expensive, and it's getting hard to find, so I don't use it. I don't go to the range with it much, and so therefore I just don't carry it because I want to be proficient with what I carry. So right here, the Bursa is one of the guns that I'm proficient with. Now the load I use, you look at the magazine, you will see, and you'll probably notice what it is already. It's the Hornady Critical Defense. I have the box here. Okay, 90 grain. That's the FTX version. If you're going to do 380s from Hornady, get the FTX over the XTP because it has better penetration by a long shot. I find that with 380s, you should probably just be using 90 grain hollow points, not 95 or 102 grain gold sabers, and not the 85 or 80 plus P pluses. For the best consistency, just get a 90 grain bullet. Okay, hollow point. This is the one I use the most. If I shoot all these up, because sometimes I do, during practice or whatever, make sure it functions in my gun, I'll go to these, and these are the Federal Hydra-Shoks 90 grains. This is the only other hollow point I will use in 380. That's me. Everybody's different. We all have different preferences and reasons for those preferences, but those are the only two loads I carry for 380. I believe that you need as much penetration as you possibly can get, and those two offer that kind of penetration that you need. When we're talking about ballistics, the FBI says 12 inches penetration minimum, but they actually say in there that the objective is to be able to hit the spine. Okay, it's not the heart, it's the spine. Because the spine, if you hit the spine or the brain, it's instantly done. Okay, the person that's attacking you, they're down, they're not getting up. But it only takes 7 inches of penetration from the front to hit the spine on the average sized man, 6-foot man. Might be a little different depending if they're heavy, hefty, or whatever. But that said, for front, if you're, these are giving you 11.5 inches of penetration, which is still a little under. It's not much though, it's a little bit. It's going to do the job, up in the front at least. So I use those loads for that reason. My next gun I have is my Rossi R351 38 Special snub nose revolver. It's plus P rated. This is the gun I open carry and conceal carry, and it's probably my favorite carry gun because it's so simple in design. It's quick to deploy. There's no safeties to worry about. You just pull it out and it goes bang. Now the 38 snub nose revolver is not what I would call a long range gun by any stretch of the imagination, nor is any handgun really. You can shoot really good groups at the range, but when you got a guy shooting at you or trying to stab you, your groups are going to be not so good. So with that said, this is an up close gun, and I like this gun because if a guy's coming up to me with a knife or something like that, or just attacks me on network, because it does happen when people are robbing you and you gotta pull something out, this gun you just pull out and just pull that trigger, bang, 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 bang. And with proper loadings, even in the short-inch barrel, it'll get the job done. Talking 135 grain hollow point. That's what I use, and this is the Spear Gold Dot short barrel, 135 grain plus P. And I know a lot of you guys are seeing this more and more because this is going to be, mark my words, the premier load for snub-nosed revolvers. That's why it's up to like $1.25 a shot. Okay, it's really expensive too. But this is going to be the one that most people are going to go to for their concealed carry 38 specials. Guarantee. So, but that's the load I carry for that gun. And then I have my 9mm. Strictly open carry. This is a Luger P95. It's a thick, chunky gun. I use this for I only carry this for one reason. That's when I'm going to the really bad neighborhoods, and I need some really good protection. And I mean good protection. 9mm is a pretty good round. And when we're talking about 16 rounds of it, plus another 1 or 2 magazines, I feel pretty safe. And this Luger P95 has never, ever, 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 ever given me a problem at the range. Never had a single malfunction with it. So, I use the Remington Gold Saber hollow points, 124 grain plus piece. See it there? Non-bonded version. Yep, I use the non-bonded version. People are going to say I'm crazy. But you know what? There's a reason why I do that. You see, bonded bullets are made for penetrating through corridors and stuff like that, and then hitting the person. That's fine and good, but in Delaware, there is no stand your ground law, so therefore, I'm not going to be doing that. So, I go with the non-bonded version. Another thing that you got to worry about when you're using bonded bullets in 9mm with the high velocities they give you, especially with the 4-inch barrel or more, you got to worry about over penetration and going through that person, and it'll do it. I tell you what, it'll do it. And if the cavity ever clogged in the hollow point, it's going to be a problem. So, if you go to Doc Tac Dad's video on this load, watch his testing on a pig's head, or watch Tennessee Outdoors or TN Outdoors video on the 147 grain bullet, might change your perspective on this load, on the Remington Gold Saber non-bonded version. There's a reason why a lot of people carry the non-bonded version. There's a reason why this gun, or this bullet in particular, this loading is very popular. It's been proven. It's been carried by law enforcement. It still is being carried by law enforcement. It's been carried by FBI agents and stuff like that. So it's a proven design, and it's very economical because I can get a box of this stuff for $12. Okay, got 5 boxes of this upstairs. Okay, so you know, if I had an emergency or whatever, or if I'm just going to the range, want to shoot a couple off, I don't feel guilty about it. I can be very, very, very proficient with the load I carry, which I would recommend you guys do that with your loadings too, because yeah, standard pressure 9mm, standard pressure 38 special is not going to be the same as a plus P, especially if you have a small, lighter gun. So what I do with this one, I'm going to give you guys a recommendation. If you guys want to take my advice on that, so you can go with your gun and the loading that you're using, get very used to shooting that load. If you're carrying Spear Gold Dot, you can't afford to shoot them like that. I guarantee you, no one's gonna be able to shoot them like that. But what you can do, what I do, I kind of cheat a little bit. Just to get the used to the kick of the plus P, you can get a Midway USA, I think, or Cheaper Than Dirt also has it. The Remington UMCs, the plus P hollow points. Buy a couple of those. They come in 50-round boxes. Get 100 of them at a time with whatever else you're buying, and they're really inexpensive, and you can just shoot those and get used to that extra kick from the plus P, and you'll be ready, more ready, if you ever have a problem and you need to use your self-defense weapon. You're proficient with that load, with that extra kick involved. With the short-inch barrel, it makes a big difference too. So, yeah, you know, you guys show me what you guys have, what you guys carry, what loadings you guys use. Please, by all means, make video responses. I love to see what you guys have. I always like to hear different perspectives and opinions. So, with that said, Piedmont 89 out. Remember, anti-gun is anti-American. Peace.